Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. I hope you're having a phenomenal day. Taking another look here at Solana, see what's going on. When we reviewed this earlier today, I put this on my playout chart. It looks like we're going to be expected to be range bound for a little while. It really just depends on how Bitcoin behaves, but for the most part, Solana's doing better / equal to Bitcoin, if that makes any sense. Probably doesn't make sense because it was doing better earlier. Now it's kind of lined itself. It kind of jumps in, jumps out. Not all coins are 100%, identical to Bitcoin, nor are they, always breaking free and not susceptible to those sell-offs either. Okay, so you got to recognize that. But the fact that we're maintaining above $68 is an extremely positive sign. That seems to be a nice, strong support level there for us. So we'll talk about that and a few other key factors, of course. So if you're new to the channel, not a financial advisor, love teaching people to trade, you want to become a better trader, CryptoCash.tech is a site. Link down below where you can register to become a better preferably a better trader. Obviously, it's subjective to how much effort you want to put in, but I've got the tools there with my Trading Academy community and Signals group. My signals do look a little something like this. Is our scalping bot here. Took a lot of profit on BNB and what was it, Matic here recently. It opened multiple trades because the last night when things started dumping, it just got kind of crazy with the shorts. Took some nice profit on the way down. Same thing here as well. Nice avalanche, 111%, SHIB 30% short, and Link 35% short. So again, some good stuff to offset that one stop loss we had with Terra Classic. So what we're looking at here for the hourly, actually, no, sorry, let's not do that. Let's jump into the liquidation data first. I know people like to hear about this. We obviously saw this big old reset button here, but ever since we talked earlier today, where there are a little bit more long liquidation levels accumulating down below, we also have some recent longs and shorts as well. So we can't see a heavy concentration, but 66.60 or just below the most recent low is effectively a continuation for liquidation. But the simple way to understand it is there's a lot of liquidation about 75 and also down about 63. Okay, it's a pretty large range. We're right smack dab in the middle of that. So I don't think it matters super a lot right now because like both sides are equally as tempting for the whales to want to push the price action, and for right now they're kind of just taking the sidelines, I guess you could say, until Bitcoin stabilizes, because this is a lot of nasty behavior, and we're going to talk about what that means in the 4 hour. Let's just go ahead and jump right in. If you saw my earlier video today, the general consensus is that we're consolidating nicely at the $68 mark, which is a really good sign. Okay, so we're starting to build our volume profile here in this range, which is extremely beneficial. And what we want to look at is a few key factors here, because we had the moving averages before where we are above 3 and down below one of them. Okay, in other words, we're above the 3 important ones. The larger the moving average, the more important it is as far as support levels are concerned. However, we got to recognize we're below the 20 here. That's just kind of a trend setter letting us know that we lost our short-term bullish uptrend. But the overall big picture, everything's looking still very nice. Okay, so again, sky is not falling. This is completely normal for Bitcoin selling off. The fact that we haven't gone down much lower is an extremely good sign. So just keep that in mind. And again, I know if you watched yesterday's video, I was talking about the price coming down anyways. It came down because Bitcoin mainly, but the fact that it came down so hard, so fast, and recovered so quickly is a testament to how well it's doing. Same thing with Avalanche, OP. There's a few others that are doing fairly well today, contrary to the rest of the market. So it's a good sign. Usually shows potential long-term benefit. That said, we have our second stochastic RSI convergence here. This is a good sign. So we can see that sort of bottoming out. We got our money flow index extremely low here at about 25. The price action is still under 50. So this is another one of those circumstances here where we are bearish, being underneath that level, and we will remain that way until we can probably break above the $71 mark, I would say. So this 71.50 as a close approximate 0.236 fib, that's the level we want to get back up above to kind of confirm some kind of bullish behavior. It's not like it's that specific line that's going to be like, oh, we're good to go if we're above that, but being above 50 would kind of put us naturally in that range anyways, okay? So I'm looking for confirmation above those signs, or those levels, to give me a sign for confirmation. We can also see here MACD is still diverging, slowly losing its momentum though, so I guess that's good. I'd be perfectly fine with 24 hours in this area, and then consider a trade just shortly after the Fed meeting, okay? Because again, Feds, they're going to meet here in a couple of days or tomorrow. They'll give us the results on Wednesday, usually I think it's around 2 in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time. So it's always going to get volatile at that point, but that's going to be a better consideration to maybe wait until after, just because the price going sideways right now is actually a very, very good sign. Most coins are actually going down right now.
So I like to see the stabilization here at this price point. Quick note, there's not a lot of fair value gap or liquidity. There is still liquidity up at the upper 70 range. And then, of course, there's a little bit of liquidity down at the $60 range. So it's quite the range. We're right in the middle again because most of the liquidity has been swept in that most recent obnoxious candlewick from Bitcoin. Again, that was $250 million in liquidation in under 1 hour. That's a lot of freaking money. Okay, so take a look at the hourly. Let's wrap this up here for you. Just before we do, too, I got to say, we've gotten some phenomenal feedback from our community regarding this new exchange we're partnered with, Bitunix. They are exceptional. No KYC, no VPN. Significant benefit rewards if you use my link to register. Highly recommend them. They work very, very well with our community, and they're giving us great opportunities to be able to have leverage in the States, in Canada, other countries as well, where they're typically restricted with most exchanges. So be sure to check them out. So the 1 hour time frame for Solana, we got to wrap this up here and just talk about the cloud. When we talked about it earlier, we were nowhere even close to where we're at right now. Not like this is any better, but it is slightly better in a sense because this window of opportunity for shorts is closing. In other words, you have a short position open, you may want to consider taking profit because unless the price can tank right now, this lagging span is going to intersect with the price action here shortly, and that's going to be a sign to go ahead and consider closing your short position, or at the very least, trimming your position. Maybe consider taking 60, 70, 80% profit, adjust your stop loss to break even, so if it comes back up, you walk away in the green. That's exactly the strategy that I use all the time, day in and day out. That's what keeps me at about a 90% success rate. It's not the fact that I find good picks, it's because I set up my trades effectively and smart and not use too much leverage. Okay, again, there's different strategies, but I prefer to be slow and steady because those win the race, right? The turtle always wins, where the hare will run out of gas and get there, but you're going to run into a lot of problems if you try to jump in, jump out at high leverage. Just some friendly advice. Last thing here, we can see we're still below the cloud, and as I mentioned earlier, we want to be over and up, basically. Or at the very least, 24 hours from now, we'll naturally be above the cloud. But we want to be able to count at least 2 or 3 green candles above the cloud before we take entry. That gives us confirmation. That's ultimately what I'm looking for. We still also have the conversion line below the baseline. That's basically a bearish sign too, showing we still have enough momentum to the downside that it's not worth taking along. Okay, so again, I know some folks bought the dip down here at about $68. I think that was more of a luck play versus an actual skill play. So good job, good luck, of course, on that. But again, we want to wait for confirmation. That's generally what I like to look for. So you tell me, comment below. Don't be bashful. Let me know if you're in a position right now and you took a good trade based on some solid TA at a different level. Perhaps your TA is different than mine. In fact, it probably is because everyone's is different. So these are just things that I like to look for. Make sure I'm a little bit more safe and conservative along the way. Either way, thanks again for watching. Please like the video. Follow me on Twitter, Telegram, and Discord if you'd like to just kind of become a better trader. I provide all of my playout charts here available for you in case you're curious what those look like. And I do hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. We will see you in the next one. Take care.